Good day, everybody. Here we are for reveal number. I'm getting ready to fix it here. 392. This is a 1948D. Plastic tubed roll of Lincoln cents. Here we are getting started. There's Crispy, and I guess Eric is around somewhere, but he's not on right now. But here I am, ready to get started. This is the roll that we're doing here today. We're going to open this roll up, see what lurks inside. All 50 of the coins therein actually belong to someone already because they purchased them during the reveal show on Monday evening. This is not going to come apart easily. I'm going to go ahead and just cut the tape. This kind of tape, the Scotch tape, just doesn't come off of these well at all. Which is good and bad. It's bad because it doesn't come off easy. It's good because you can always tell if someone's messed with a tube because, well, the tape will be intact if they haven't. Alright, here we go. There's the coins. We'll go ahead and get this started. Hello, Stephen. And we have a full roll of 1948D. Let's see what we can find. Alright, first coin will go to Ant2242. Ant2242, let's go ahead and get my lighting situated so that it works a little bit better here. There we go. Now we've got it. We've got it working. Let's see what we have here. See if we have anything in and around the mint mark area. It looks like we may actually have an RPM here. I do believe we have a D over D West. Let's see. Let me bring up the website real quick. We'll look at 48D here real quick. See what we might be able to expect to get. Let's see, we have a few double dies, mostly eyelids. We've got some RPMs. See D over D south and northwest. What else do we have here? Okay. There's one that's tilted. Okay, some pretty decent RPMs, but we don't have this one listed, I don't think. If it is an RPM, we don't have it listed. Unless it's this number 2. And it cannot be the number 2 because the D doesn't sit in the right place, I don't think. And get this moved over here so that we can look at it a little bit better. Well, it actually could possibly be. Different die state of it because this one's nice and strong and this one over here is very weak. But they look like they're roughly the same. Let me check markers here and see what I can find, if I can find anything from the markers. Remnants of concentric die scratches show in the more recessed areas of the temple and cheek. Okay, so that's these right here. Let's see if we have those. And we do. So we do have those. The coin's starting to red-brown just a little bit on us. But let's check this reverse marker with a dot to the left of the sea of scent. Let's see if we have that. And we do. Is that in the right place? me get this turned the same way as the photo. Yep, it is in the right place. So it looks like pretty decent chance here. We have, there's Sissy, Richard, Dennis, Stephen, William. Hello, folks. Looks like there's a pretty decent chance we do have RPM number 2 here. And this is just a late die state example of RPM 2, where the lighting is not playing nicely, but you can see let's see here. Get this cranked around so you can see what I saw on here. I don't know, maybe we don't have anything. I mean, we do seem to have the markers that are available for this RPM, but I am now not seeing the RPM that I thought I was seeing when I opened up this die to check it. Let's see. Oh, maybe it isn't. You can see it there. I mean, it's very kind of weak. No, that is it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Well, we will just have to kind of toss it in the holder and see what we see from it. I'm going to go ahead and close the website now. And we'll look at the reverse on this and see if we have anything. We'll check the reverse on the first 10 coins, even though we don't have any double die reverses listed for 1948D. We'll take a quick look anyway on the first 10 coins. This is for int. So coin number 1 we will be looking at possibly being an example of RPM number 2. And here is coin number 2 now, penny hoarder. Penny hoarder. This coin looks normal. Let's check the eye. No doubled eyelid. Doesn't look like I have any doubling up top or around on Liberty. You'll notice that the letters in Liberty appear a little bit extra thick, and some of In God We Trust appears to have a little bit of extra thickness. That extra thickness is actually a hub issue. I see a number of them in 47 and 48. Alright, no double die reverse. So we will skip on this one and move on to the next coin. Hang on a second. Get my keyboard out of the way. Alright, here we go. Coin number 3. Joe McBride. Joe McBride for coin number 3, and this is coin number 3. And nothing on the obverse. Let's check the reverse. A little bit of softness right there. That looks like pointed softness, which tells me that there used to be a little tiny rim clip right there. And you got softness, unless there's a cut on the other side I didn't see. You got softness in one small area of the design. That's usually something that affects only a pinpointed part of the design because of a problem with the planchet in that area. I'll take a look over here again and see what we see. It's going to be above the date along the rim. I don't see anything over here that says you're in error. So while interesting, it doesn't seem that there's much of any consequence to what's going on here with this flatness. So it's probably grease. struck through a clot of grease or something. Doesn't have any consequence on the other side of the coin. So it's probably not involving the other side of the coin, which would be a grease-filled die. Usually does not affect the opposite side at all. Okay. Got no RPM. No doubled eyelid. No doubled die. And we flip it over and take a look at the reverse real quick. And nothing there, so Stephen, coin number 4. We'll get a normal coin. Here's number 5. Going on to Malcolm. Mr. Malcolm. Well, looks like we've got nothing in the date mint mark area and a very late die state coin with a very worn out mint mark. Got nothing extra on the eye. Nothing on Liberty. And nothing on the reverse. So that's Malcolm's coin. Now number 6. Moving on to number 6, we've got Eric. I have reveals scheduled for the coming week. They're scheduled up through Friday. So I have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday all mapped out already. We've got the auction for this evening coming up. Auction for this evening will be a very exciting array of earlier Lincolns from a set that was consigned. Very nice looking set of coins that's being broken apart to sell individuals today. Got a few uncirculated earlies. Got a 31S, 14S, 11D. Got a bunch of nice coins. But an uncirculated 1913D, 1915D, or 15S. Or no, it's a 15D. 15D that's uncirculated, 18S that's uncirculated. Got some nice stuff. The list is currently up on Copper Coins. It's coppercoins.com/auction. You can see the list of items to be run at auction this evening. Up presently on the website. I may add some more to that list before the day is over, but the list is current as of right now. Give you a chance to go take a look at some of the coins that are being offered and get yourselves ready to make that purchase this evening, because some of these coins are actually kind of rather tough to find. You go to show after show and dealer after dealer, and a lot of them have the more common stuff in lower grade. You can just find boxes and boxes of that, but it's not easy to find the stuff that's actually in better condition. You get extremely fine better, and you're just going to have a tough time locating many of the early issues. And if you do, generally, whoever has them either has them overgraded or they're overpriced or both. I think I've got these very well graded, and they are starting at... Oof. Man, it's going to be 60-70%. Williams, sent your first sale today? What does that mean? Are you selling coins? Nothing there either. I'm curious to know what that means, Mr. Crescent. You're selling coins, okay. Very interesting. Hello, EJ. I wish you many successes with selling coins, Mr. Crescent. Cut yourself short, what does that mean? Does that mean you're selling them for less than you paid for them? This will be the last one we check on the reverse. Just keep going through the obverses from here forward. Looking for another one of those possible RPM 2 coins. So we ran into one early, actually coin number 1. I haven't seen anything like that since, but we'll keep tearing through looking for them, see what we can pick up. $53D RPM number 1 for $15. Well, whether or not you cut yourself short on that, it's going to depend on its grade. If it was a high grade coin, $15 would be a shortcoming. This one's spotty. Sorry, sissy. I might give you credit for that if I don't keep running into that. If that's an outlier. Got a spot on this one. Brown but had luster. Yeah, it'd be about a $15 coin. I don't really see it being a short sell. I think $15 actually sounds pretty good for that as a seller. Especially if it's one you found. Hello, Andy. It's number 15, Mike Birchman. Let's see what Mike gets out of this. So it may be about 20 minutes after the end of this that I'll be ready to start the next one. I don't have the name chips cut yet, but I do have them printed. I just don't have them cut yet, and it takes me about 10 minutes to cut and stuff them. So I'll try to get that one and the next one ready together. But I've only got the 3 reveals for today. I believe I scheduled 3 for the day. Now I'm curious. I have to look. Look, see. Oof. Can't hardly see the list. Here we go. All right, there we go. 48D is on 426 at 12:30. And then the 41S is at 130, the 51D at 230. And then I move to the 27th after that. So I've got 3 of them scheduled for today. It'll be a little bit late getting to each of them because I'm taking my time a little more today looking at these 1948D Lincoln cents for you. Let's see who gets the next coin, which is an RPM. Malcolm. Malcolm gets the next one. Nice RPM. Beautiful, actually. Very nice. 1948D RPM. Southeast. That is sweet. Very, very nice. Is that also a double die lid? No. But it is a very nice RPM and a decent coin to boot. Nice early to mid die state coin. That's rare, folks. You just don't see 1948 DRPMs like that. That's a pretty one. All right, that's for Malcolm. Move on to coin number 18 now for Deanne. At least we have something else to be looking for. 2 different RPMs that I've been finding in this roll so far. 1 example of each. Number 2 and another one that I'm not sure which one it is. Hello, Jesse and Coin Junkie. All right, nothing on the next coin. That's coin number 18. Now let's move on to number 19. Okay, so sometimes we have dreams, and the dreams we have can be very vivid dreams that we don't really understand, but we live the dream, then when we wake up, we're just kind of confused by it. Well, that's kind of what happened to me. I had a very odd dream that I was driving a car, I had gotten lost, and I pulled up to what appeared to be a steel manufacturing plant of some sort. Machinery everywhere. And parked my car in the lot and went inside. I don't even know why. Don't know why I went inside. Haven't missed a whole lot yet, Jesse. There are 2 different RPMs that we're looking for so far. Only found 1 of each so far. This one's going to turn up nothing. But I went inside and I start walking around and I meet up with a guy who's asking me kind of why am I there? And I didn't really know why I was there, but I chit-chatted with him for a while, and he had an order that he was working on sorting out to pick up, and I kind of helped him out with his order. It's just the weirdest thing. I remember every little detail of the dream and have no idea why I suddenly volunteer worked in a steel factory, punching out pieces for different furnishings and desk parts and shelving parts. I had no idea what I was doing or why. And then, so I start looking for my car, and I can't find it. And I'm looking everywhere, looking out front. I start walking the length of the building to find my car. And I find out that the building is a lot larger than I thought it was. And I'm walking. It's like a full 2-3 miles long. And I'm still looking for my car. Go into another section, and I guess this section is the place where they do forging and a lot of hot iron stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing in there, but the foreman of the area says, "Hey, you're not supposed to be in here." And I say, "Yeah, I know, but I'm looking for my car. I can't find my car." I said, "Do you know it's illegal to even park at one of these places, and it's even more illegal to enter?" I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, it's 2 years in prison for parking at this facility if you don't belong here. And then 5 years if you actually come inside, so you're looking at a 5-year term." I said, "Can you just help me find my car and I'll leave?" "Well, where did you park it?" "Well, I don't know. If I knew where I parked it, I'd be able to find it now, wouldn't I?" So he helps me in locating my car by getting onto an electric cart. It's like this speedy electric cart. He gets on this cart and starts driving through this place. And I'm running as fast as I can to keep up with him because he's supposed to be helping me. Here's one for Carl. You didn't see a Southeast RPM at all? That is awesome. This one could be a new one. What do you know? It was a very early coin, so it could be an earlier dice date of one you've seen images of. But we'll have to take a look for sure. So my problem with the dream really is that it had no point, it had no purpose, it had no end, it had no real beginning. I have no idea why I pulled into this place. I have no idea why I was talking with this guy and kind of helping him sort his order out, kind of helping him lift the bars and stuff like that. And then suddenly that disappears because I'm off looking for my car again. And then I meet up with this other guy who's a foreman type guy, you know, sort of a big guy wearing a uniform like overalls. And he drives this electric cart around to show me how to get out to the parking lot where my car might be. Except that they tell me that if I didn't have a special permit to be there, it has probably been towed, and they are investigating who owns it so they can come after me to arrest me for trespassing on the property. It's just bizarre. Very strange how you get into really bizarre thoughts. Awake or asleep, doesn't make any difference. You get into really bizarre thoughts, don't have any idea why you're having them, where they're going, where they came from. I very much prefer the dreams that you have where you suddenly stumble into a big pile of money, or you end up in this island paradise where, you know, you have like $50 in your pocket and that's all you took with you. But you find out that all these people there who don't speak any English revere the US dollar as this champion currency, and you can buy a house there for $20, you know. So I'm living it up like a king. I've had that dream before. I also had another one that I even asked my uncle about this because my uncle likes to do metal detecting, likes to do searching around in places for relics. He's not really a coin hunter. He's more of a relic hunter. He does a lot of Civil War relic hunting. And I can remember rather vividly talking with him about a place where there used to be an amusement park that was butted up against a river. And the amusement park was abandoned in 1925. But the road that leads up to the park had been on private land and had trees and other things grown up over it. So there was no land access to this park anymore, but it happened to butt right up against the river. So we take metal detectors, we get in a canoe, and we actually have to canoe upriver to get to this. So we're kind of paddling against the current trying to get to this place. We get up there and get out on a sandbar, gravel bar. This is in Missouri, so if you know what Missouri gravel bars are like, it's basically just rocks, lots of them. So get off on this rock bar. We start looking around with a metal detector. Don't really find much of anything. We get out in the field, and the grass is like 5 feet tall in this field, and there's trees growing up everywhere. No sign of any amusement park. Had no idea exactly where that was. There's another one of those number 2s, or what I believe to be number 2. I can see it, but it's weak. You can see it there. It's kind of weak looking, but there's a stem, there's a stick right in the middle of the D. You know, it's just not going to play nice to me. Right there is where I could see it best. But you can see that there's this right here appears to be RPM number 2. So when I flip that and stick it aside for a penny hoarder, it's going to be coin number 31. It's only the second one I found so far in this roll. And then this other one that I found on coin number 17, I haven't seen anything like it since. Hidden, I appreciate it, sir. You can come back and watch later when time permits. Hey, there's another one of them right there. There's another one that's a nice southeast RPM. There's a little curve right there to the east. Almost looks like the split plating type stuff you'll see on the zinc coins, except this one's definitely not zinc. Given that, it is an RPM. Probably washes away before you get to LDS, so this is one that you have to find in an earlier die state. But Eric says it's probably brand new, that we probably don't have this listed yet. And this coin is, well, it has a spot on it, bummer. This coin is an early to mid die state coin. We'd list it as an EDS example. This one goes to Crispy. So that's coin number 32. Hey, Jeff. And here's one for Eric. But anyhow, we get out in the field and the grass is like, see, you can see that crosslet inside. There's an extra stick inside the mint mark there. That's another one of the number 2s, or what I believe to be RPM number 2. But we find a couple of things. We find a couple of bolts and stuff like that that show that there had been machinery and stuff out there in the past. And then I find a penny. It's like a 1915 penny or something like. It's not really nice. It's just a penny, right? So we spend a lot of time out there. Too much, actually. And here's another one of the number 2s. Or what I believe to be number 2. And with this number 2, or what I believe to be, with this, what I believe to be a number 2, we've got 4 of them now. Give us plenty to look at. Here's one for Carl. Let's see what Carl gets. So we get to a point in the afternoon where it's starting to get late. We need to get our detectors back in the canoe and canoe back downstream to go home. And we get to the gravel bar, and I'm kind of dragging my detector along with me. And all of a sudden I get a hit. I'm not even looking, right? I'm not swinging the detector. I'm just carrying it along, and it gets a hit. So I start swinging around a little bit just to see what's there. And turns into a major hit. Really big hit. And the more I dig and the more I pinpoint, the more I think, wow, this is a really big hit. That might be a doubled eyelid right there. I'll take a better look at it. I think it's a doubled eyelid, though. Looks like a minor doubled eyelid, double die obverse. Off the subject question, heard of pennies with some silver splotches on them. I won't know the year until I get home in a few weeks, but found those in singles boxes. Silver splotches can usually be they're going to be questionable, but they're usually going to be chemical stains of some sort. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Hello, Angie. So I start digging down and I start finding coins Coins, coins, coins. There's a Buffalo nickel. There's a Barber dime. There's an early Merc dime. Another Barber dime. There's a seeded dime. Yeah. Shield nickel, and then I dig up a 2-cent coin with a penny right behind it. And so I'm digging up coins, right? And I keep digging up coins, and I'm digging up coin after coin after coin. And soon enough, I start filling the canoe with these coins. We've got a canvas bag or two, and I just start filling the canoe with coins. And I get down to a point underground where I just keep digging and digging dirt and rock out just to pick the coins out of it, right? I get to a point where I'm digging that the shovel just keeps hitting coins. And so then I try to pick around the entire pile so I can just center in on the pile without the shovel. And as I go outward to dig down, I keep hitting more coins. I go, wow, this is huge. Big, 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 big find, right? So I get about 3 feet down. By now, it's almost dark outside because, I start digging down around 4 in the afternoon. It's the middle of the summertime. It's probably close to 9 o'clock now. It's starting to get dark outside. And so I just keep digging with my shovel, and I'm digging dirt out. Uncle's telling me, hey, it's time to go. It's going to be dark out soon. I said, nah, I'll just stay here tonight. He's like, what? I said, yeah, I can just sleep right here on the riverbank. I said, you don't even have a sleeping bag or a bed or anything. And I said, I don't need anything. I'm fine. So I think that's another one of those number 2-ish looking coins. So I'm going to pull this one aside for Ted. So I'm there, and I end up falling asleep, and he comes back the next morning on the canoe. Barely got it back upstream because one person paddling the canoe is a little difficult. He comes up to me, and I'm still digging out coins. And here I've got a lot of coins now. There's just a lot of them. And it's a whole pile of coins. And so I start loading up the canoe with them, and the canoe is getting so heavy, it's hitting the bottom. I'm not really watching what I'm doing. I just keep putting more and more coins in there, right? And my hole is like 6 feet deep now. 6 feet deep and 10 feet around. And I'm tossing coins up by the handful out of this hole. Of course, Uncle's helping me out and trying to put them in the canoe. A couple hours later, I'm just beat. I'm tired. Yeah, it's a dream. And I come up out of the hole, climb up out of the hole, coins going everywhere because, there's still coins falling off the walls of the hole. Coins everywhere, right? And there's a problem. There is no way we're going to get this canoe back down river because the river is only a couple of feet deep. And the canoe is only a couple of feet tall. And it weighs an extra 500 pounds in coins, and with 2 people it's going to weigh an extra 900 pounds plus coins. Oh, that was a different dream, Dennis. That was a different one. It weren't really blast furnaces. It was more of a manufacturing plant. But anyhow, in this dream, we were finding coins, just piles of coins, and we have no way of getting those coins back to where we had parked. There's so many of them. So we had to leave a lot of the coins behind because I couldn't stay out there another night. I was getting hungry. And so we go back, and we're planning out how are we going to do all of this and get all of these coins cataloged, put together, praised, sold, whatever we're going to do with them to reap our rewards, right? So we're talking about this, and we end up going to bed. I sleep over at his house on the couch, I guess, and get up the next morning, go back out there, get the canoe, go back upriver. We go back upriver and we're looking for the spot again. We're sure we found the spot, but there was absolutely no sign that we had ever been there. Hole is gone. The river appears normal. The river bank appears normal. No hole, no coins. There's another one of those soft-looking RPM number 2 as it appears. And we look and we look and we look and we spend the whole day looking for any remnant of what we had left behind, which had to have been like $250,000 worth of coins. We were finding everything from silver dollars to half pennies that had been spent over a period of years at this amusement park that is no longer existent, and we never found them. So went back to the parking lot. We canoed back down river to the parking lot where the car was. And, well, you know the rest of the story, right? The car had been stolen. The coins are gone. So we had emptied the canoe into the car. Then we went back to the spot where they were. No coins. No hole. No nothing. End of story. That's one of those. You get a great windfall and then it just slips away from you, right? Well, this was the last coin number 50 for Sissy, and it was a normal coin. So what we have is a decent-sized pile of normal coins here with a pretty decent-sized pile of die varieties. Now, 1948 die varieties are not the easiest to find, but we did come out with what appears to be RPM number 2 in pretty decent number. We've got coin number 40, coin number 47, 40, 34, 33, 31. And then coins, and then number 1. And then coins 17 and 32 were a very nice southeast RPM. And then coin number 36 was a doubled I, or what appeared to be a doubled I. And we'll examine these and go back through the reverses on all these other coins as time permits. But right now, it is just about 1:30, and I'm going to have to cut and peel all of the inserts for the next reveal and then come back. So it's going to take me about 10 minutes from this point. So expect me to start back up at roughly 1:40 Eastern. 1:40 Eastern. And I will be back. See you then.